You've finally made the move to Costa Rica to embrace the Pura Vida lifestyle. But paradise is spread out, and the roads connecting the jungle to the beach look like this. When you're navigating terrain this rugged, a reliable vehicle becomes your most essential piece of equipment. Public buses are affordable, but they limit your exploration to their specific routes and schedules. Most expats eventually decide to buy a car, which is exactly when they hit their first major roadblock, the sticker shock. Here is the economic reality. Costa Rica does not manufacture vehicles. Every single car on the road is imported, and the government applies massive taxes to every one of them. This shows the baseline cost of a used car in the US versus the exact same model in Costa Rica. That top section represents import taxes, ranging from 52% to 79%. You can expect to pay double or triple what you would back home. This creates a trap for newcomers. You're forced to pay a premium for any car, but if you approach the transaction with North American assumptions, you risk sinking that cash into a vehicle with hidden mechanical flaws or unresolved legal debts. To navigate this, you have to choose where to source your vehicle. The market is split between the unregulated private market, largely found on Facebook Marketplace, and established local dealerships. We map these options by effort required versus transaction safety. The private market avoids dealership markups, but operates strictly on buyer beware. In Costa Rica, there are zero consumer protections for a private used car sale. It is common for sketchy importers to buy written-off salvage vehicles from North American auctions, give them a cosmetic fix, and roll back the odometer. Once you hand over the cash, any catastrophic engine failure is 100% your financial problem. Reputable dealers insulate you from those risks. They handle the administrative paperwork and are legally required to offer a 30-day guarantee on the motor and transmission. You're paying for that security through a dealer markup, which is added on top of a sticker price already inflated by import taxes. The specific brand you choose also dictates your long-term costs. Japanese and Korean models, like Toyota, Nissan, and Hyundai, carry a popularity premium because local mechanics know them well and spare parts are easy to find. Saving money in the private market requires you to absorb all the mechanical rust yourself. Hiring an independent mechanic to put the car on a lift and scan the computer for true mileage is a mandatory step in the process. Beyond the mechanical check, you have to navigate a complex legal sequence. A vehicle title transfer cannot be done at a DMV window or with a simple handshake. It requires a specialized Costa Rican lawyer acting as a notary public. This checklist represents the 3 legal pillars required to clear a title and make the car legal to drive. First is the Registro Nacional. Your lawyer performs a deep title search here to identify hidden liens or unpaid traffic tickets. If you buy a car with active fines, that debt legally transfers to you. Next is the Marchamo. This is the mandatory annual vehicle tax and third-party liability insurance. If you're caught without a current Marchamo sticker on your windshield in January, the police will confiscate your license plates. Finally, there is Dekra, the mandatory annual mechanical and emissions inspection. The timing for this test is based on the last digit of your license plate. These requirements are linked. If the vehicle fails its Dekra inspection, you cannot pay your Marchamo, which makes the car illegal to drive. Paying for a lawyer's transfer fees and a professional title search is the only way to ensure you aren't legally inheriting a stranger's massive financial debts. Once you've vetted the car and the title, you face the logistics of the payment. Standard North American methods like personal checks or direct credit card swipes are rarely accepted for the full purchase price. Small deposits might go through SinPay Mobile, but the bulk of the transaction requires a domestic bank-to-bank wire transfer, which usually happens right at the lawyer's table. This creates a hurdle for newcomers, as these local transfer methods require a Costa Rican bank account, something you likely won't have immediately upon arrival. Most foreign buyers use this multi-day flow. You must coordinate an international wire from your home bank to your lawyer's secure escrow account in advance, so they can disperse the funds to the seller. Do not attempt to bypass this system by carrying large amounts of physical cash. The security risks of transporting that much money through town are significant. If you don't coordinate these logistics with your lawyer's escrow account ahead of time, you'll likely face a blocked transaction at the closing table. Buying a car in Costa Rica comes down to a choice. You have to decide whether you're willing to sacrifice your time, your capital, or your peace of mind. We can break these choices down into 3 common strategies based on your specific situation. For the risk-averse expat, the best route is paying the premium at an established dealership. This isolates you from the local bureaucracy and secures a basic warranty. The budget relocator can save cash in the private market, but must hire an independent mechanic for a lift and computer scan before signing anything. The DIY optimizer should vet a reliable lawyer early, set up an international escrow wire, and hunt for a well-maintained Japanese or Korean model from a departing expat. Whichever path you choose, remember the environment you're driving into. On these roads, a mechanical failure is a serious safety risk. There are no shortcuts here. Verify the Dekra, check the Marchamo, and hire a professional lawyer. Do the work up front to ensure your first major investment in Costa Rica is a reliable ride, not a parked ornament.